Hello everybody, and welcome to this stream of Float 4 Random Perks plus Legendary Swapper. The Legendary Swapper part of the challenge is that anytime I kill a legendary enemy or find a legendary weapon just on the ground, like with the Gainer, anytime that happens, that weapon or armor piece must be swapped with whatever I have already. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so there's that. And that also comes with the vaguely unwritten rule that if I come across a legendary enemy, if it is feasible to do so, I have to kill it and take its weapon.
There he is. Prompt as always.
Hey,
Ready
boy.
to get the work dog meat?
This is your friend?
That's right. Show him. Before you.
Bye.
Bye, Nick.
Hopefully not for good luck.
Dog meat. Get the scent, boy. I'm trusting my family.
And there's our level up. Okay, let's go over here. Big leagues. Very well. So another thing, I want to uncheck that. I don't want to be doing reunions with a boxing glove. Yeah, did I? Yeah, I had some syllables as well. And I might have already exhausted. What's his name? Percy.
Oh, I do hope you're here to make a punch.
Let's see what you got.
Anything?
No, not quite. I can give him a single grenade. Is there anything I want from him? Pretty much no. Except for food. Let's get this then. Alright. Give you that, I'll give you that, I'll give you my other grenade. Let's see. You can take the Nuka-Cola. I'll keep the Nuka-Cherry. Oh, there's the Rad-X. The Radaway. 33, 66. 11 plus 21 is 32. So that's basically that. So there was enough. Okay. I must have a lot of dirty water on me. Oh well.
Stays hidden forever.
Right, so if I want... so if I want to do reunions, I do want to have a legendary gun and not a legendary boxing glove or knife. And there's, to my knowledge, only 2 other locations where I could get one. Ish. One of them is the Reba 2, which is probably what I'm going to get next. The other one is... what is it? It's the Ashmaker. When you complete... when you complete the... which quest is it? I forget the name, but it's where you go through the subway tunnels with what's the name, and you try to steal Hancock stuff. Well, no, you're trying to steal McDonald's stuff, but you actually end up trying to steal Hancock stuff, and then at the end, Hancock becomes a person, and you can assassinate the person who hired you and all that stuff. That quest. And even if I had a really, really bad weapon, I'd still be able to, oh yeah, that is a lot of dirty water. I have a lot of food, don't I? Yeah, I probably don't need to... Also, I can do that for some extra weight. I even forgot some of these things. Or rather, I left them behind. I have 2 suppressed calibrated. Oh well. Alright, so if I'm gonna be going up, I do want to have some reserve. I can get a lot of reserve just by dropping off all my junk. Okay, now at 144. That alone would probably be enough to hold Reba 2. But let's... put that in. Yeah, that also quite well. All I need to do now is drop some of these things. And I think the thing to drop is 4 of those. And all of those. And I think everything else is enough food. Enough food to last me quite a while. Okay, so we have that. Right, so yeah, It's legendary software plus random perks. So the random perks part of the challenge is that every time I level up, as you saw at the very start, I'll be generating lethargy. I don't want lethargy. No. Yeah, so every time I level up, I'll be using a a program that generates random perks that I wrote a while ago. Also, we're going back to Finch Farm because that's the nearest. It's the nearest bed that I know of. I'm not actually very familiar with the area at the very northeast. Yeah, and so the way that the random perks are done means that the main thing is before I level up, I don't know what perk I'm going to get. So I suppose it's a case of being lucky and being lucky in getting perks that are useful. Alright, so for example, I have yet to be so unlucky as to get a perk that is worse than useless. Right, and there's only a few perks that are like that. Right, like I think the main ones that I can think of are Sniper, either because this perk here makes it so that you can't hit your targets all the time because they're knocked down, or because this perk here doesn't work properly. Same with Black Widow with the Persuasion and the Easy to Pacify perk thing. And the last one, I think, oh yeah, it's Idiot Savant 3. So those perks would probably, depending on how Bethesda has dealt with them in updates, they would probably make things worse for me. Other perks, they literally have no effect on me. Like absolutely no effect. Primarily awareness is the perk I'm thinking of here. Like in most challenges, I never need to know the level or the defense of any given NPC, especially if they're friendly. The only time I would need to know their level is if my combat effectiveness against them is like very level based. I mean any weapon will have varying effectiveness at different levels to a point. But that's just due to the indirect nature of at later levels tough enemies spawning. But hey, Carrion, welcome to the stream. So we're doing legendary swapper plus random perks. So for example, what's over here? Oh, Fred, lovely. Yeah, so for example, in the last stream I acquired the Gainer. Oh. Yeah, so legendary swapper is a challenge where every time you get a legendary weapon or armor piece, like this boxing glove here. I'll go to my weapons, this weapon here. So if I find another legendary enemy, the legendary item they drop must replace whatever I have already. So if they have an instigating switchblade, that must be swapped with my Berserker's boxing glove. Oh, awesome. Yeah, in my experience, I'd say that this game is well worth it. So far I've done at least 10 different playthroughs of it. Okay. Yeah, so essentially, any enemy that you come across has a chance, like this one is normal, but any enemy has a chance of spawning as a legendary enemy. And you can see that an enemy is legendary if you have a HUD and you like VATS them, or you see their health bar and there's a star next to their name and they're like legendary something. If you don't have a HUD and you can't actually see the name, let's drop an hour here. Yeah, so from what I hear, this game works quite differently to New Vegas. Like, not necessarily in like really massive ways, but you know, because at its core, both games are still shooters slash RNGs. No, shooters slash RPGs. That's the word. So now I want to get up to about here. Yeah, so you do get radiation from like swimming in water and stuff. No! Don't kill me, please! Oh fuck, that's even worse. Guys, no, I can't squeeze through that. Oh fuck, there's a lot of bugs over here. I'm gonna shove a Med-X down my throat. And a Nuka Cherry. And maybe one of these. And maybe one of these. This way, though their attacks do damage, like some levels of damage, they won't do poison damage. And it seems like I lost them. Alright. Now this is another area with a lot of Mirelurks. But I think they primarily spawn when you start the quest. Yeah, so as I've played the game, yeah, there's that Bunny Rook guy. Yeah, so as I've played the game, I've come across a lot of tricks, either from other people playing the game. Okay. Or just from my own experimentation. Yeah, so there's Barney Rook. We're not actually going to be doing his quest, because punching Mirelurks is not something you want to be doing. Okay.
I ain't running out of ammo anytime soon, Krabby.
Yeah, so I think if I jump over this, yeah, we can still get over.
Take that.
No. Or at least, if I see them, and it's not an extreme case of it being like they're a legendary sentry bot, and I have this. Right? If it's something where there's no way that I can defeat them, then yes, I will run away. But in most cases, I do have to do that. In most cases, I do have to either kill them, or in 2 examples so far, get them killed by luring them into allied NPCs. Okay, so... Ooh. And another one bites the dust. Now, where did he go? Okay, he dropped his weapon. I just hope his... Like, the weapon he's holding isn't legendary. Are you gonna unlock the door? You are not. Okay. There's ways around this. I think for one thing I need to get onto here. Yeah, so Barney is down there. Yeah, there's no chance of like VATS hitting them. So let's make sure that I have as much defense as possible. The Sea Captain's Hat gives +2 endurance, which gives +2. Well, it gives a bonus to my HP. So I'll shove a Buff Tats down my mouth and a Psycho Jet. So the Buff Tats will give me bonus health. Go into here, yeah. Extra health, and then extra max health on top of that. The Psycho Jet over here gives slow time and damage resistance and more action points. That's we don't need. And that's essentially it. Okay, some 50 caliber, the key, and this is Reba. Take scroll bits. I'll take this, not to shoot it because this isn't the legendary weapon I'm after. But it might be worthwhile to take mods off of this and put them onto the other weapon. There we go. Close the damn door. Okay. Now they should. If I wait here, they shouldn't be able to. Yeah, that too. So if I look at the Reba itself, it's a 50 caliber rifle, which isn't that. It's not that big of a setback. There is one vendor that does sell a lot of 50 caliber. It has a long wide barrel, marksman stock, quick eject magazine, but the scope I probably won't be using, like taking off, because I find those scopes to be awkward to use, the night vision scopes. Okay. And the reason why I'm waiting up here before going in is for two main reasons. One of them is that if I go into the basement now, which is where the actual legendary gun is, it's somewhat likely that the game will force the Mirelurks following me into the interior with me. But secondly, even if it doesn't, Loading screens are a lot longer if you're being followed by hostiles. I gotta sneak down. I am. Don't you worry. There we go. No, I don't actually want them to be following me. Some bottles. I should probably pick up the thing first. So over here, Reba 2, 50% more damage against Mirelurks and bugs. Also night vision. That's a bit bad, but I'll have to see if I can get a normal scope off of a vendor or something.
Bingo.
There we go, extra crit damage. I can sleep in his bed. Ooh. Okay. There's also a pipe wrench here, but that's a normal pipe wrench. What else? What? How am I like your house? Alright, how much? Okay. A single flare. Without a flare gun, that flare is going to be extremely useless. And those are just light bulbs. But he has... Oh, I suppose he has these. I was going to say, if you only have the fluorescent ones, there's not much point in having actual light bulbs. Right, but let's drop a save here. As a female character in game, I don't think that's possible. Male characters can get afros, or I think it's more a case of they can get hairstyles close to afros. Yeah. As a guy, as a male character, you're probably able to get something resembling an afro. Right, so we got 2 Mirelurks here. The Reba 2 uses 308. So I could take the 50 caliber off this, put it onto this. Yeah, I could kill all 3 of these enemies with a single crit. But if I hit their shell, ain't gonna do anything. That's okay. They're all over there, so if I take a jet, just a regular jet, and then shove some water in my mouth, and set this this as a waypoint. So basically what jet does, the effect is called slow time, but holy shit. Oh, you're a farmer, what? What? I mean, sure. You're going to get killed by those Mirelurks if you wait there. I think this is the yeah, this is the Museum of Witchcraft. You can go in here, dodge a Deathclaw, yeah, the powerful is better. Alright. Oh, he's still following me. Are you going to give me money now?
You saved my life. Please.
I did?
Take this.
If you say so. Yeah, here's the other loadout rock. Okay. There's no reason to listen to this person's holotape because I don't plan on doing that. These hub flowers are actually very useful to pick up because they're used in the recipes for 2 useful items. Oh shit. So if I can get that blood bug into here, these guys will take care of it for me. I just need to pop a jet and then, well, first do hit triangle to bring up my Pip-Boy.
You can't only take 10 cans? You know, it tastes better than that old Graham or Brahmin that's been sitting out in the sun for days. There are people out there who are hungry. You just gotta sell up the product a bit more.
I'm sorry, but 10 cans is all I can commit to right now. It was selling like crazy for a while there, but there's been talk about? People getting sick.
Okay, that's not gonna work apparently. This must be one of those areas where the devs have specifically made sure that the Okay, so I'll let her deal with it. I'll take a Psycho Jet, a Med-X, a Buff Tats. I'll chow down on some water. Excuse me. Yeah, we might be a little bit doomed. We still have the medics, don't we? Yeah. Oh, there's some vodka. There's an Excel. Urban. Carry down on that. Get some extra healing off of that. One of these, sure. Yes. You know, I could switch to this. Let's see. So it was the I could switch to this, but I'm not going to. Come and get me! You want me dead? Come on, get some. Yeah, so essentially if I get killed, actually technically I'd have to pick it up. And equip it. But the only thing I'm going to do with this is this, and just beat on this car until it explodes, or until Riley kills me. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, I did not come all this way to pick up an exterminator's rifle only to have to immediately switch it with a melee weapon. Okay, let's equip. Plus, these weapons are quite rare. Like there's only one other legendary consistent spawned gun that I know of, and that's the Ashmaker. Or at least as far as that'll be down here. I know they'll be chasing me, but if I have jet and I run away, they can't do shit. Yoink. Is this another? Oh, it was. Okay, well, let's pick up these resources again. And let's also hope that if I come across a legendary enemy again, that they're either different or like I don't see them or something. Like, also let's put a waypoint on here. Maybe I should go around that way if this legendary blood bug still has... Where's the head? Yep, same thing. Well... maybe we should try going around this way, actually. But the only thing I can do from here is, just whack back on this car until it blows up again. And there we go. So yeah, because it spawned with the same thing a second time, that means that it spawned with its item before I it spawned with its item before I got to it. No, before I saved in that basement. But that despite being spawned, it didn't, you know, it didn't see me, I didn't see it. Something of the two happened. One thing leads to another, and I'm beating a car to my own death. Alright. Okay, so I'll go to the I'll go to the thing. Huh.
You saved my life.
Okay, pick up the flesh. And I'll go into this. And the other thing. Where is it? Ah, it's over here. Okay, this time I'm going to, you know, although I technically know where it is, I also technically don't. And I'll just go this way. So over there is Hugo's hole. And the... Oh! Thanks for the host, Steampunk. Welcome everybody. So to give a quick overview of what's going on here. I'm doing a challenge in this game where every time... No, that's that guy, we're fine. Every time I kill a legendary enemy, I have to take the legendary item and swap it with whatever I was currently using before. Even if it's like a lot worse than what I'm using. Now, let's go in a bit of this direction. Yeah, and so if I find a legendary enemy, my morning is going all right. Yeah, probably one of the better mornings I've had. Isn't there a death claw nearby? Hopefully more in that direction. Unless I'm walking right up onto it. Let's across here so we don't take much rads. Okay. Yeah, so within reason, anytime I find a legendary enemy, none of these I can sleep in. Yeah, the only way I know of to be able to sleep in these beds is to kill one of these settlers from a distance. Yeah, so if I find a legendary enemy, provided actually killing them with the weapon I have is a possibility, then I have to kill them, take their weapon, and swap legendary items. But you know, as what happened previously, if I come across a legendary weapon and I get killed, even though I could go and go back to where I was, right where that might be the gutsy. Let's not get killed. I'll run across here. If I don't have sneak, I don't want to be sleeping in there, in that building, because there's a landmine in there which sometimes spawns underground. And so unless I don't actually trigger landmines, I don't want to be on it or near it. What's that light? That's a turret. The light is just the light. Okay. It's just something illuminating a lamppost or light or flag thingy. Right, so now we're over here. Nobody's spawned right here, which is good. Let's make absolutely sure that we won't get chased by a horde of bugs. We will not. Okay, sweet. Through that way, there's another bed that I can save in. So at this point, I'm in very little danger. Yeah, so that's essentially the legendary swapper part of the challenge. The other part is every time I level up, the perk that I get, rather than being based on a list of perks that I've gotten beforehand, instead it'll be generated randomly. So one consequence of which is that I don't know beforehand, before each level, what perk I'll actually get. Like I don't know if it'll be good or bad or worse than bad. I still have the oil canister. I don't really need it actually. I don't want to be going this direction. I want to be going through here, through an alleyway, and past the Cabot House. That's the way we want. Yeah, this way. Yeah, so second consequence of doing random perks is you know, as I touched on before, the perk that I get might be good, might be bad, might be really bad. All the perks that make the player worse off do so mainly due to the way they're implemented. Like the person that programmed the perk, for example, accidentally put a plus instead of a minus, or a minus instead of a plus in the code. But so far, we haven't gotten any of those super terrible perks because they're actually quite rare. Right now we've gotten 15 perks so far. We've gotten useful perks like Lone Wanderer, Gunslinger, Armorer, Critical Banker, Rifleman, Action Girl, Idiot Savant, and better criticals. We've gotten useless perks like Awareness and Pickpocket. And we've gotten very mildly useful perks like Iron Fist, and yeah, like we have over the course of the challenge we have gotten I think I want to put. I may or may not want to put this onto 50 cal. So calibrated, powerful. Yes, I could rechamber it. I don't need to do any of that. I almost think this would be better. Doing a reflex sight rather than having a night vision scope. But this. Would I want to have probably not quite as necessary. That's a medium scope. We could glue on a bayonet, but why? They're both long lights and both quick ejects. Only difference is the other one has a more powerful scope, which I don't necessarily want. So taking off the stock is probably good, and sticking a marksman's stock on there. I think I'll go reflex sight dot. Do I want to go with reflex sight dot? No, I think the other thing has been bearable enough. As for the 50 cal, I only have 10 50 caliber bullets. Now I know of a vendor where I can get more, but I don't know how many I can get. Like, she is an excellent source of 44 caliber bullets. She sells somewhere between 150 and 250 of those bullets, which is an absolutely enormous amount of them. Whereas other vendors at the same level only sell like 10. If I were to go for the 50 cal, it wouldn't be for okay. Yeah, if I were to go for the 50 cal, it wouldn't be necessarily for the little extra damage. Do a full sleep. The extra damage isn't that much. It'd be for the rate of fire increase from 3 rounds per minute to 4 rounds per minute. So let's see what Eleanor has, the vendor that I'm talking about. I would estimate... what about...
Ammo, weapons, and messy death. I got it all.
Cricket,
Come on, come on. Get your guns here.
let's see what you have.
And there they are.
Okay, she has 26. If she has that many, then Eleanor probably has even more. And I did forget that I had items specifically for selling locked away in the toolbox. Right, this, and this, that. While I'm there, I should switch that over. Do I sell the bourbon? Yeah. So nothing there needs selling. And I guess I could sell 500 of these. Right. All I need to do now is put on the charisma hat. I'm back with stuff to sell. Let me booze my way to happiness.
Hey, Cricket. Hey, Cricket. Hey, Cricket. Hey,
Got a
Cricket.
hankering for melting face?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Just think.
Lovely. You know, I don't think she has any. Well, aside from this, a quick light, but. Yeah, I don't want to sell Reba yet. So that's that. You can take those, you can take the glove, switchblade, pulse mine, these, nothing on the aid. Yeah, I'll keep that. Okay, 209, 309. So that's 100. 319, 329, so it's 126. There we go.
Make a move and I'll end
But there is actually a weapons workbench in Fort Hagen. So if I go there and I carry, if I put the 308 thing how about I go this way? Yeah, here we go. So before we run out of booze, let's talk to this person.
Hey. Hey, Scaver. Let's trade.
Okay, I sat down.
Let's see what you have.
Alright, 120 50 caliber. That's really good. Yes, as you can see, a lot of 50 cal, a lot of 44, enormous amounts of 5.56. Not really any of the like fusion cells or plasma cartridges or 2mm ECs. You know, generally the ballistic stuff she has a lot of. I also have like all of those. Yeah, that's all of the sellables. Yep. Let's get those two. Okay. So yeah, if I carry the 308 receiver with me, I can swap them around. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Oh shit. I think there might have been a bear that caught me rummaging around its picnic basket. I was like, no, don't steal from my picnic basket. Alright, so in order to get the 50 cal receiver off of the other rifle, we just need to equip it with the most basic receiver. Alright, now I don't think I have much to... Well, especially not before I actually remove the thing. So that we'll put onto standard. Okay, so now we have a 50 receiver. I'm going to start off with the 308 receiver on the Reaper 2. Just because it's like there's a lot more 308s rounds for it. Or a lot more 308 than 50 cal. And since the 50 cal gives me more damage and more DPS, I would want to use those for Kellogg. Should put away the well, that for one. There's like an armor workbench in Fort Hagen too. So that'll be fine. Alright, now I'll just have to deal with the tint. And one hour will do. Alright, now the important thing I'll just have a drink for a bit. Here we go. With Fort Hagen, the important thing is going to be to basically save before entering the building. If I do that, then hopefully what will happen is that every time I enter, the interior will reload from scratch. Now this doesn't mean that everything is going to be different. It seems that a lot of the random resources are either like placed manually or otherwise like procedurally generated from a fixed seed. There's an oil can. No need for any of those. But it's probably the case that like container resources and
My sister's been kidnapped.
do I want to deal with this? Is this element worth it? Nah. Although probably yes. Okay.
You've got to help. They kidnapped my friend.
I thought you said she was your sister.
Tell me what happened.
They said they'd be back for.
Here's the ransom.
Oh, okay.
There we go. And now we can build them a new bed. Furniture, beds. Okay, and I'll drop a save here. And just so that I'm closer to the to Fort Hagen. Fort Hagen itself does have a bed nearby, but you know, there's a few places where I could come across random enemies that might be bad for my health. No need for that. We have a settler in Doc Anderson. Lovely. Do I want to remove my reds?
Yeah, well, come and see me sooner next time. We shouldn't let it get that bad before seeing a doctor.
I know, Doc. I'm sorry. It's just had to get away, you know?
Goodbye.
Yoink. Okay, let's actually put a marker on the map. So normally in reunions, I think it's about here. Yeah, normally in the reunions quest, you're actually following Dogmeat to Fort Hagen, because you know you're following Kellogg's trail, basically. But you don't actually have to do that if you know where Fort Hagen is already. Right, like if you know where it is, you can just walk there, and it's a little more fiddly, but it's still very much doable. Like normally you follow Dogmeat goes to like some boarded up area, and then you can either tell them to join you or leave you or whatever. If you just go here without Dogmeat, then he doesn't magically appear. But what you can do, could snipe those turrets. And I think I will, simply because it'll make saving here a lot easier, a lot more convenient. The game Okay. Nice. Okay, so it's coming from that direction. Lovely, okay. I think that's all of those. I've seen hostiles spawn in that direction. I'll just pick up the bullets from these things. Is that nothing? Okay. There we go. I think there's one more. Come on. There we go, okay. That would be all of them. Yeah, so there's a bed in the bottom stairway, like the bottom garage area. And normally you... Oh, I already got this thing apparently. What was this thing? Nope. Okay. Oh. There it was, okay. That's where the bullets were. Yeah, so normally you save here, dog meat spawns, and that activates the turrets. And then because they're activated, you know, you can no longer sleep here because turrets are nearby. Sleep 7 hours. So because this character has the way to do it easily, I just dealt with the turrets earlier. Got some overdrive. Any chems we can do? Could do one of these. 2 of these. Let's do 1. Buff tats. Okay, nothing stuck in there. Alright, so dog meat. Commonly... Yes, now so we've saved. Just need to food. Well, water and then food there. There, okay. Now we don't have to go all the way up to talk to dog meat. If we enter Fort Hagen, dog meat teleports in with us and we can tell him to leave. As long as we're like sneaking, I think. Okay.
How you doing, buddy? Why don't you wait at home, boy?
Okay, so dog meat can go to Hangman's Alley.
someone present.
You can leave now, dog meat.
Appears to be nothing. Perhaps my sensors need calibration. Hello.
And he leaves. Okay.
Detected. Curious.
Now let's see.
Are you hiding?
Okay. That was a very loud noise that woke up everybody.
Stealth capabilities. Fascinating.
Okay. So I can, roughly speaking, kill them if they come one by one. And I have full AP. I think there's around 5 in this upper area. I know there's 2 more beyond this door that I can't actually go through yet, and a turret.
Escape detection or law.
So they can also hear me and make me all spooked.
Presence. I was in error. Enemy detected.
Okay. So first, if we're going to hack this, let's remove as many passwords as possible with these brackets. Occasionally looking at like the parts where they have been removed, because if a start bracket was here and an end bracket was here, it would count as a bracket if this had already been removed. Otherwise it wouldn't. Okay. Right. So it's 5-letter passwords. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. Think, GURPS, serve, Sonic, plans, train, slate, south, site, meets, spark, and spied. Right, so the password with the highest likeness is slate. It's up here. Likeness 0, okay. So we know it's not slate, S-L-A-T-E, could be think. S-L-A-T-E, not serve, not Sonic, S-L-A, so it's either think or GURPS.
Yes.
activate the units.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
And then he'll run along and kill some of them for me. While he does that, I'll go back over here.
Actuator damaged. Attacking enemy.
Take that.
Violent kill. Intolerant. Attention, citizens. You may now resume your normal activities.
Yep. Okay. Kellogg has ordered my termination, huh? That's... Shit. I was not expecting that to do so much damage.
In danger. Defending.
Ooh. Nice.
Reinforcing. Eliminating hostile.
That was a good shot. Anybody through here? Like, I think I'm the only reason why I am still in danger is because, well, let's do this first, then this, then this. Yeah, the only reason is because
Sweet.
because like the synths upstairs are still hearing me. Yeah, like they must be right up there.
Terminating intruder. I am equipped with the most advanced institutes. I will find you.
If we return, I will be ready. Disappear.
If that Protectron isn't gonna go any further, I should probably just do a sneak attack and be done with them. Because if I attack that turret, then this synth will become hostile to me. There we go. Maybe they are Mr. Synth. Maybe they're not. Okay. Oof. That was also pretty good. Okay. Now we do vaguely want to not be too quick on the saving. And that's because ooh. That's because like one of these enemies might be legendary. Another way I can see if an enemy is legendary is through the subtitles. So if one of them was like legendary synth saying something, it'd actually show up as the legendary synth. But well, that didn't show up as a subtitle, but yeah, if it does, then that'll be a way to know.
Is someone present?
Contact detected.
Okay. That should do. That was some pretty good odds. Now there's one more synth.
Curious.
Detected. Curious.
Found you.
Yeah, right over here. But this guy always has a always has a baton. Alright, let's go on to this armor workbench. Now this right leg and the other right leg, let's make that standard. No misc. And then scrap it. This, put onto started and pocketed. Okay. Now we can carry a little more. Just a wee bit more.
That's it.
Alright. And this is where I would go to switch over the receivers. Alright.
Hello?
Oh wait, there's one more. One more enemy in here.
Yeah, if it isn't my old friend, the frozen TV dinner. Cozying up to the peas and apple cobbler.
Remove the pulse grenades. Single Tato.
Nice.
Okay, stim pack. There's a single Deathclaw hand. I have no idea what that's doing inside a locker. If I go over here, lovely. Okay, may as well open this. But this is a point where it's good, for this challenge, good to save. If there's any legendaries in the next section, so long as I don't enter it before saving, I can...
Is someone present?
Yeah, so as we can see, there's at least 2 non-legendary synths at the top part. Okay, they did not follow me through. So let's do 7 hours. Okay. So now if I come across, like, for one thing, I don't know the odds of a legendary enemy having an armor piece versus a weapon. Instinct would be 50-50. And if we go based on the random ones so far, like the random items so far, 1, 2, 3, 3 armor pieces, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 armor pieces and 3 weapons.
Your house has been a wreck for 200 years.
Oops.
That'll need a roommate.
So yeah, like, for one thing, if there's a legendary enemy here, I can, at the very lowest level of manipulation, manipulate what weapon they will have by just retrying a lot.
50-50 odds of making it to Diamond City. After that,
Okay. And so to make sure that I don't end up having to run off ooh, nice.
I know you are out there.
Yeah, so that I don't have to run off to get another legendary gun or something. Nice. Pop goes the head of the Synth Strider.
look. Pissed off, I get it, I do.
How do we do this though? Oh, that's a strong point. Okay. Let's get the next level. Sneak. We finally get sneak. Also, hold on a second. I'm just gonna check on something quickly. Come on, get off. Okay. I'll be back ASAP. Okay, I am back and everything is fine. Alright. There's going to be another turret over here.
Is someone present?
Lovely. Now just the synths left.
I know you are still there.
No, you do not.
I am equipped with the most advanced Institute sensors available. I will find you.
Okay, then we fall back. Reload.
It would appear my target has disappeared.
I have. I've totally disappeared.
They were wise to flee.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Lovely. Now all that's left is a turret, and then we can continue on to some more synthy thingies. Yoink. There's going to be goodies in these boxes. Railway spikes, nah. Ooh. That's really good. We finally have charisma glasses. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay. And the watch. And the rest of the pre-war money. Okay. Right. Lovely, okay. Pick up that. Okay, we are close to being overweight. And it does occur to me that at the very end of this, we'll be switching our weapon. Right, because Kellogg has the what's it called? Well, he has the Kellogg's pistol, but that
Yes.
okay, so we get some extra synths.
Movement detected.
Yeah, from here on I want to keep my crits so that I can use them on Kellogg. If you could walk in here, that would be great. I guess that'll do.
No sensor reading.
Nope.
Detected.
I guess I can't shoot through glass.
Over at hello.
Over a hello.
Enemy detected.
And the other guy.
The sensitivity of my sensor.
Yep. So the baton, onto the surgical trays. Give me the surgical trays. Okay. And then 2 last synths to go.
You got guts and determination. It's admirable. You are
Synth.
and in ways you can't possibly comprehend.
How interesting.
There we go. Huh. So 2 regular synths. Lovely. Okay, from here I'm good to save because there's only 3 turrets which can't be legendary, and the other synths haven't spawned yet. So let's just drop in 1 hour. Parasites, that'll be fine. In fact, at this point, I probably do want to put it onto 50 cal. Yeah, so these synths haven't spawned yet. So odds are, since they haven't spawned yet, if any one of them are legendary, their legendary weapons or armor pieces or whatever's aren't decided either. So we just run our way up here. You go onto this. Grab a 2. Stick the 50 cal on it. Okay, same ammo size, which is good. Thing in the waste bin. Occasionally you can get aluminium out of them, but that one didn't have any. If we go this way, we can head back to this bed as a general matter of convenience, and then onwards we go to kill some turrets of doom. Alright.
It's not too late. Stop. Turn around and leave.
Okay, bye.
You have that
Yeah, I'm
option.
kidding.
Not a lot of people can say that.
Yes, that's quite a bit faster rate of fire. The last one. Ow. Yeah, did you see how much damage that was? Wow.
Bingo.
But good thing a single hit should be enough to do the rest of it.
Yes.
Oh no! I'll drop these. Let's also drop that, that, and that. Because there's a lot of the alarm clock is tempting, but okay. Lock the door.
That's it.
Yeah, got a watch too. Stim pack. Yep, already got the first aid box.
Nice.
Alright, bullets. 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 And bullets. Okay. There we go, okay. Ooh. 2 more antibiotics, that's quite good. Alright. So we have that, we have that. We have 2 crits.
Sweet.
And so let's do this here.
Okay. You made it. I'm just up ahead. My synths are standing down. Let's talk.
Yeah, sure. Let's talk. In 7 hours. Oh, okay. Let's talk in 7 hours then. There we go. Ooh. And there she is. Badoink. Nice. Psycho Jet. Ooh. Kaboom. Lovely.
All this tech. You were barely human.
Okay, now I have to use this now. Folder. These items tend to have good resources in them. The fun. Open the doors. The access logs. Okay. Yeah, we have one of these. Oh. Okay. Oh, there's like a hole in the void over here where you can actually see into the void. It's like all bright to make it look like daylight is shining in, I guess. Interesting. Okay, well, we've got this purified water. There we go. So how are we doing on weights? Probably not very well. If I save... Yeah, I'm probably still under buff tats, but... Once I'm not, I'll have to drop some more stuff.
Going up.
But let's add this to the list. All right.
Roof access.
Okay, and then these guys spawn in. And we just run off. In fact, let's put this back on. I think the quest completes once you talk to him. And then it's like, okay, now go and talk to, no, go and run down to the Memories place. Shit, okay, we're fine. We're fine. So we'll probably have enough time to talk to Kellogg and turn in the quest. But probably not much more than that. Shadow of Steel gets me an easy way to get 2 quests done. Now I guess with a bit of time I have left, well, in the stream that is. On Staples, okay. Don't mind if I do. That's a Predwin flying across. Okie dokie. First thing we want to do is drop off the items. Right, like the items for storing. This is a little bad. May as well just grab another buff tats and actually be able to move around. Mr. Brotherhood person.
On your way, soldier.
Okay, I'll shoot these guys first. Nice. Lovely. Oh, what's nothing behind you. Ah, so just a random. Well, there goes the scribe. But, oh, Hub Fail's back. Yoink. Okay. This is the way. Okay. Let's store all our 308s, 38s, 45, 50. Okay. Just need the reflex sight. What receiver does this weapon have? Ah, it also has a standard. Okay then. Let's put away the stealth boys. Put that away. Grab all the ammo. Okay. Alright, let's take this. Put on... Why would I do this when I could put it onto 308 and just leave it as 50 cal? Oh, short barrel. Stock is fine. I'll leave that. Oh wait, that was the Kellogg's pistol itself. This can go up to this. Comfort grip. And put a reflex sight on it. Okay. Drop an arrow in here. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Rather than being evening, it's nearly daylight, so yeah, there's the sun. So once we get to the place, we can, yeah, once we get to Kellogg's house, we can do a full save, turn in the quest for the boatload of XP. We should, yeah, we easily have enough room for the yeah, you'll be fine. Well, that's a thing that happened. All right. Yeah, so let's just go up to Kellogg's house, and by doing a full sleep, we get the well rested perk, which gives us a boost in XP gain. So long as we don't have insomnia for some reason. Nope. Well rested. Alright, then we go to Valentine's place. Be all like, I killed him, but I have this piece of his brain, so we're all fine. We can just plugs his brain into a USB port and we're done.
Nikki, I'm just asking for your opinion. Be a great quote.
She's my client, Piper. Why don't you learn not to snoop on a woman's private affairs?
Skip dialogue! Skip dialogue!
You're back. Not with your...
You were right, Nick.
He ain't kidding.
No.
I need to find a way.
I've been some
Where?
exactly.
Kellogg.
And like that would have...
Yeah, but I'm guessing...
He's dead, Nick.
So
He wasn't gonna...
Gets his brain...
you're talking crazy?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor. If anyone...
I hope you're right.
Let's see.
Jesus, Nick.
I know it's great.
I already have something, but we need an ice cream scoop.
I'm gonna need a read.
I'm sure you...
Whether we're riding this
I have to go to the...
I'll go alone.
I'll head there on my own.
All right.
Right?
Don't worry.
Oh.
Boy back. Just a few more steps.
well, you two are out. I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be at the pub.
Oh, wow. Alright, well, we have another level to get. Another perk to get. Aquaboy, okay. Oh, well, in this case, Aquagirl, but... Still, that's quite lucky. It means that now we can swim places rather than... Excuse me, Nick. 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 I think I'm between a rock and a hard place. Out of my way.
Trying to kill us, but Commonwealth never lacks for excitement.
Need some custom hardware.
You're nearly there, Nick.
Free workbench for all your modifications. Scopes, flip sides, barrels.
There we go. Okay. Let's grab... Yeah, we already have the militia hat. Let's, take one of these. Shove one of these. Could we survive a strength -2? Yeah. Thing is, would it even be worthwhile? If I remember right, I don't think it would be. So I'll not take the Day Tripper.
We can talk about guns, or maybe you want to consider something more up close and
I'll take a look. Sure.
something.
Okay. I've got more than enough 44 bullets. Do you have... Nope. Completely standard 44 pistol. Could have still sold stuff to him, but...
Plants like that are hard to come by. Yeah, you here to pick up some chems?
Hey!
Got everything you could need. Med-X,
I'll take a look. Sure.
self...
Okay. Ooh, yoink. Other than that, we don't really... Yeah, sure. Actually, we probably don't need 2 addict dolls. Oh. Okay.
You. Hi.
You. Well, I suppose
Let's see what you got.
just don't call it junk.
Okay, it's junk. Yeah, not much there. What did the gainer have? Yeah, it had the hardened receiver, which I never took off. For some reason. Alright, no, nothing much in the junk department. That's standard, short. Everything else isn't that important. So we can give that to you. Okay.
If you're looking to keep your load light,
Yes. Let's see what you have.
self-defense.
Self-defense. You can get the rest of these. That. And that. And I think that was all of it. Yeah, okay.
See that big blimp?
So that will be in a while. I mean the next stream, but it'll be the next thing to do. Oh, now that I have Aqua Girl,
It's on me.
no, I don't. Although with like a lot of, how much charisma do I have? 14. Okay, yeah, I can probably pass your speech checks.
Excuse me.
I've still got a question for you.
Okay.
I'm in town looking for Henry.
I haven't seen him.
Okay. I'm just
Lovely. Did I even put the quest on? I didn't. Okay. Yeah, so now that we have Aqua Girl, we're not gonna get any Okay. Okay, and the last one. All right.
Look how clean the water is now.
Thank you. So if it wasn't for that perk, I would have either had to use a rad suit or a yeah, either a red suit or like a lot of red X. it also occurs to me that all this time I've been selling Rad-X, but if I want to cross the glowing sea, I kinda sorta need it. So what I'll do is I'll do some other quests before doing the glowing sea, and then yes, Kellogg, wherever you were. So that's where the mysterious kaboom was. Really, you were right there. You should not have pointed your gun at me. Alright, so let's cook the food. Alright. Then save at the bed and we're done. So yeah, tomorrow will be just some more chill memories, plus then flying up to the Prydwen and doing all that stuff. So thanks to Steampunk Cheese for the raid. Thanks everybody for joining in. Let's host. Yeah, let's host skits. Okay. So yeah, I'll be that.